4. The 4th is over, but fireworks are still causing headaches for some people. Happening now, reboot. A technical glitch halts the New York Stock Exchange. Happening now, it's 63 degrees under mostly cloudy skies in downtown Jackson.
From your breaking news and weather authority, this is News 10 First at 4.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here. First at 4, I'm Kirk Montgomery. Well, maybe July 8th, but some people are still hearing fireworks go off in their neighborhood, and they are not happy about it. A Michigan lawmaker is trying to once again make fireworks illegal because he says they're just too dangerous and too disruptive. People in some Lansing neighborhoods say they are still having a hard time sleeping at night with the booms, the bangs, and the pops of pyrotechnics.
I just don't think it's right for the neighborhood to have to listen to somebody else's what they want to do at night, when people try to sleep.
I don't mind them the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but 6th sometimes. But if it's till 1 o'clock when people are trying to go to sleep, it gets kind of annoying.
Fireworks are only legal the day before, the day of, and the day after a federal holiday. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Lauren Fultonberg spoke with shopkeepers who sell fireworks, and he tells us why they think the positives of fireworks outweigh the negatives.
The HPV vaccine can prevent many types of cancers, including cervical cancer, and it's been tested and ruled safe and effective by the FDA. The vaccine works best if given at the age of 11 or 12, but can be given up to the age of 26.
Now, you may have seen or heard that commercial recently. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services is asking parents to make sure their children receive the HPV vaccination. The vaccination, called Gardasil, is 3 shots over a period of 6 months. It's intended to prevent cancer, but the vaccine can also prevent genital warts. The DHHS says the younger you are when you get it, the more effective it's going to be. But not everyone thinks the vaccine is necessary. News 10's Ann Perrette is talking right now with a mother who says the risks outweigh the benefits. Hear her story on News 10 at 5 o'clock. The shooting of a dog in Jackson yesterday by a garbage collector who felt threatened is raising questions today about who can and cannot carry a weapon while on the job. For some, the rule is standard, like state workers and postal carriers who cannot have a weapon on the job. But a local employment attorney tells us it's ultimately the employer's decision.
An employer has the right to set the rules for his or her employees as to what they may and may not do while on company time, whether it's carrying weapons, carrying firearms.
Now, your best bet is to question any company that comes to your home what their individual policy is. You may end up paying more for your flour, bread, and cereal this fall because farmers are struggling to find wheat that's not totally drowned from all of the rain we've been having. Michigan is number 12 in the nation for wheat production, and if farmers don't have enough healthy wheat to sell, big companies like Kellogg's, based in Battle Creek, will have to import it from somewhere else, which could drive up the costs in the long run. Covering America, first at 4, the New York Stock Exchange opens back up just over an hour ago. This after a technical problem shut down the exchange this morning. On Twitter, the exchange said there had been a technical problem and that there was not a security breach. The New York Stock Exchange listed stocks were still trading on other exchanges. NASDAQ and others were not affected by the outage. We will have the final stock numbers for the day coming up in just about 20 minutes. And a computer problem also struck United Airlines this morning, grounding planes for about 2 hours. This is the second time in 2 months the airline has had to stop flights because of computer problems. United customers who were affected by the delays are being allowed to change their travel plans without being hit with the typical $200 reservation change fee. Federal investigators are still trying to trace the series of events that led to a military fighter jet colliding midair with a civilian plane yesterday in South Carolina. The military pilot survived, but the 68-year-old Cessna pilot and his adult son were killed. The Federal Aviation Administration says one thing they aren't sure of yet is whether the Cessna showed up on the radar screen on that F-16. They're also trying to figure out if air traffic controllers warned either pilot of an impending collision.